Hey, this is Phil Lilley, Lilleys Landing Resort and Marina on Lake Taneycomo. We're going to do one cast today. Today is Wednesday the 16th of September. I got Blake up here fishing with one of his buddies. They're talking smack. I can hear them. Looks like they're fishing something in their indicator. They're running one unit. And I wanted to throw a white. I've got white and blue. 3/32 ounce jig on 4-pound line. Gonna work this bank down. Thought I'd throw a couple times here in this eddy. I'm right in front of Andy Williams' old house. Below lookout. Last week somebody told me they were catching fish on white with the water running it. So I wanted to try it. White's normally not a real good. Those guys, I hope you can see this. They're all tangled up. They're both throwing fly rods. Nothing on the first cast. I'm not sure if white's going to work, but after one cast last night, I drifted down through here with running about the same amount of water, throwing a sculpin jig, and did real good. Caught 4 nice rainbows. So the deal yesterday, I didn't say anything because I don't want people to, and some people do, you know, when fishing gets tough, they blame the oxygen, or they got to blame something usually. Sometimes they just don't eat. But yesterday the oxygen, I was taking readings down to 3.6 before they started running water. And that's low. That's below federal standards for clean water. Uh-oh. Blake's got a fish on. It's a dink. So the fish just, and you can blame the oxygen on that because 3.6 is not good. It's not going to kill fish, but the fish are just not going to be active. And hardly anybody caught fish yesterday until they started running water. And then the oxygen came up to 4.6, 4.9. Looks like he caught a little rainbow. What are you fishing with?
1/50th ounce sculpin, all sculpin, and he's using a mega worm. We're both catching a couple.
I had a big one on.
Yeah, I saw that.
This is a 7 weight.
Put too much pressure on it.
No.
Yeah. I saw it. I got it on camera.
I know it. I'm famous.
I'm going to switch color here in a second. I don't have a lot of confidence in this color right now. Might throw it here in a little bit, but oh, I had a bite. I had a bite. Oh no, had the bottom. I'm changing. So it basically means that when they ran water the night before last, they shut it off at midnight. They were running water that was really low in oxygen. You're not supposed to do that. It's supposed to be over 4. Found out that they weren't, and they still aren't. Well, they are now. And I'm not sure if I'm getting this 100% right, but when you get into the fall and the water from Table Rock at 130 feet starts dropping in oxygen, they have ways of running 4 units, but only running them at like a quarter speed to add oxygen by kind of a sloshing effect. That way they don't have to spend money with liquid oxygen. So, but they changed the way they run water through the fall to adjust with the water coming into the lake. So they were running water before without injecting liquid oxygen, and the water was too poor in oxygen to do that. So they changed it, and the email I got Shane forwarded me an email that said that they could run 35 megawatts without injecting liquid oxygen, but no more than 35. They're running 68 right now, which is a little more than 1 unit, so I'm assuming they're injecting liquid oxygen and keep the oxygen up above 4. The state Clean Water Act says that anything over or under 6 is pollution, but the federal standard is 4, and since it's a core dam, they don't have to do the 6, they can do the 4. Okay, I'm gonna get the troll motor down and start working out. So all that to say, the oxygen is starting to drop in Table Rock, and eventually they're going to have to inject liquid oxygen all the time. What we might, and I say might because I really have no idea, but what we might start seeing is more of this 1/2 unit to 1 unit running all the time. I got to get out here in the current so I can start drifting. So that water is going to might start running all the time instead of being off like it has been. I want to be, no, I guess this is okay. This is not exactly where I want to be. What am I going to throw now, Jackson? I'm going to throw a 16th ounce tricolor. It's a dark tricolor with a sculpin head. This is, it's going to be a 2-pound line. Come on. Not many boats out today. It's pretty quiet. It's nice, we got some cloud cover. I want to be a little bit more on the inside. Kind of work my way over there. I don't know if that all makes sense. It's just what the Corps does is they regulate themselves, and they'll put limits on how much water they can run without injecting liquid oxygen. Of course, they want to do all they can to not spend that money if they don't have to, because liquid oxygen does cost money. So if they can run turbines and give it the old washing machine effect and add enough oxygen to the water to keep the fish alive, basically, or keep it over 4 parts, they will. And they do. You know, Shane said that the guys at the Corps, they do really watch it. And it is it's a fishing issue. Because if there wasn't a fishery below the dam, the Corps wouldn't care about the oxygen, except the fact that they do have to adhere to clean water standards. And again, federal clean water standards are 4 parts per million. And the state of Missouri is 6 parts per million. This is a great speed. Oh, fail. Saw that. I didn't set it hard. This is the water is a great speed right now for 1 unit to fish a dry along the bank over there. I'm kind of stuck in this eddy. I need to push my boat out of here. Most of the guys up here today look like most of them are fly fishing and fishing something under an indicator, either a mega worm or maybe a sandworm worm, scud. It's a really good speed to be doing that too. The guys fishing off the dock are catching fish today on night crawlers. And I saw some people fishing, drifting some power bait down below Fall Creek. Come on. I'm kind of biting it short. I'm not drifting very fast at all. Again, I'm going to get out a little bit. They might be slowing the water down. Like I said, they're supposed to run that half or 35 megawatts today. And I checked my app and they were running 68, but it might be slowing down. And they're supposed to run a little bit more this afternoon. I think if you get, and I haven't had my oxygen meter long enough, and I haven't taken enough readings to compare the readings with fishing, but it seems like when this water gets below 4, the fish really get inactive. And the other problem is if you do hook a fish, especially a big fish, and that water's down below 4, 3.5, 3.6, it's just like if you were to have a fight or a struggle, a wrestling match with somebody on top of Pikes Peak, or you run a bunch. If you're not used to it, I know some people are used to it, but you get the idea. Some of these fish just can't recover. There's not enough oxygen in the water for them to recover after a fight like that. So you really got to be careful when you're fishing in the fall on Taney Cove, or really any tailwater that's affected. I'm going to have to throw another color. This is not working. I'm not going to throw the white. Let's try sculpin, the brown head. This is a 16th ounce, 4-pound line. I can really tell the difference just in the drop rate. This jig's not dropping to the bottom like that. The other 16th ounce with 2-pound line, this is 4-pound line. It's not letting that jig drop as fast. You can kind of feel it floating down instead of sinking down. There might have been a bump. The guy who's fishing with Lake is Al Tung. He's been fishing down here a long time. He's from the St. Louis area. He's a really, really good fly tire. Good fly fisherman too. Really nice guy. Golly, I thought fishing would be really good this morning. Oh, that was a fish because I saw him. So that's one miss for sure. Ooh, that might have been a bump. Ah. Come on. There's one. Boy, I didn't see the bite at all. You're just there. You can also tell that oxygen's low sometimes when the fish just comes in, which he just did. Those fish I caught last night, they fought hard. And that one fish I put on the end of one cast last night, that thing was crazy. He jumped 3 times. That was bottom. That might not have been bottom. One thing is, being a little redundant, they don't have to run water because of the lake levels. Beaver and Table Rock are down below their power pool. Well, I don't know about Beaver, but I think it's really super close. Table Rock is below its power pool. And they're starting to really increase the flow at Bull Shoals, where Bull Shoals is dropping about 6 inches a day now. But it's still 12 or 13 feet above its power pool. Come on. Catch more than one. Threw a little bit too far upstream. What I'm doing, so if I'm throwing correctly, I'm throwing straight out at a 90-degree angle from the boat, but then I'm hitting the trolling motor and I'm slowing the boat down just a little bit slower than the current so that I'm working my jig back against the current just a little bit. Makes that jig look like it's kind of swimming upstream when I'm jigging it instead of straight across the current. It's not the right way to do it, it's not the wrong way to do it, sometimes it's the way I like to do it. I don't do it all the time. Tempted to go back to the white. I'm tempted to go and fish the bluff and throw a white. But I did so good drifting this middle to inside last night throwing this jig. I thought, man, I should catch 4 or 5. Conditions are good. I'm not sure what that is. Okay, I gotta try something different. I've only had a couple bites. I got this gray and black 32nd ounce with 2-pound line. I'll try it. See if they want something a little smaller. They're not midging at all. Well, I shouldn't say at all, but they're not midging hardly at all. Oh! First cast. They're wanting something a little smaller, maybe. And black and gray. He's short, but man, he is fat. Good fish. Man, he's fat. Well, if it happens again, then I'll think maybe this is what they want. I don't put a lot of stock in that first cast. You just never know. If a pattern develops, then yeah. I'm only in about 4 foot of water. So I'm not fishing, I'm probably fishing 4 to 5 foot of water out there. See? I really don't like catching a fish on the first cast. It just usually doesn't work out. Phooey. Come on. Okay, I'm gonna start making my way over to the bluff bank as I get down closer to the narrows. I'm gonna go back to the white. I'll go back to that gray and black when I get down to the narrows, I think. White and blue. I forgot who told me that they were catching them on white up here. It was a couple weeks ago. Oh, that was a fish. The water's clear enough, I can see my jig most of the time. Yep. No moss, so that was probably a fish. Oh, probably the bottom. Don't know. This is a lot deeper. I'm probably fishing 7, 8 foot deep now. Yeah, I'm sure it gets a little deeper over closer to the bluff, but that was a fish. Gosh. It was a little one, but it was a fish. I'm getting more bites on the white than I am anything else. So I think I'm gonna stick with it. Say white and blue. I don't have a straight white in my box. Okay, almost to the narrows. My jig disappears. Sometimes it's in a fish's mouth. Sometimes I just lose track of it. There's one. It's a little one. I'm gonna hurry up and land him and get back out there before I get to the trees. Not little, but it's I like this spot. I think it's where the big fish hang out when the water's running. Okay, I'm gonna back out a little bit. Oh, trees. Lost that one. Okay, I'll throw my. Let's see. Go back to my tri-olive. Just a little bit longer, a couple more casts, and I'm gonna call it quits. Couple more casts, just because I like this area so much, I can't not fish it. Always a lot of fish here. Last cast. Yes. Love catching a fish on the last cast. I let that one go a little longer, a little deeper. It's a pretty one. I caught fish on sculpin, white and blue, and gray and black, and tri-olive in the dark color. This is the tri-olive. And this is the prettiest one of them all, for sure. Oh yeah. Isn't that pretty? Okay. Not pretty to drop you in the boat. Hate that. I'll quit. Don't want to hurt any more fish. Thanks for watching. We'll see you tomorrow.